Alright, so I want to do another Nikon ZR video for you guys on low light ISO for red R3D and E. So I'm going to show some other clips too, but I just thought it might be good just to show like where the noise level is, whether you start at 1600 ISO on high or 6400 ISO on high. All right, let's get into this. Okay, so here's what you do. We're looking here, we're going to compare other cameras first, just with the H.265, so you could see where the noise level is. Right now we got the Canon R6 II, we got the Sony A7S III, we have the Nikon ZR N-Log with the H.265, 12,800. So all three of these are 12,800. And then we jump over to the red raw R3D NE 6400 and then 1600. So I haven't done anything with these clips yet. I will show you how I grade these. Basically, when I am in, there's these Lumix luts that I really like. They're for free. I guess I could put the link in the subscription or the description. But so this one is Fashion Low Con, which is it's really light. It's not a heavy grade, and I like the look of it. Right, it's got a good look here. So if say I wanted to kind of just raise a little bit of the shadows, and then we got over here some of the well, we're gonna have it. It's gonna be clipping over in this area. So we could just bring out all these highlights so that the lamp looks better. So anyway, this is our footage now for Canon. Looking pretty good. A little bit noisy. Not much. Seems to do pretty good. Okay, so moving on to Sony footage, which we'll use the same. Sony footage is a little bit more red. So let's give it a little bit of temperature change to match the other footage. Bring down the highlights and maybe just a little bit of the blacks to match it so it's not so dark. But anyway, this is what we got for the Sony A7S III. Okay, it's looking soft. I don't know if something's wrong with my sensor. It's pretty clean here. It's definitely cleaner than the Canon. There's not really any noise. 12,800. Okay, let's move on to Nikon, which this is my favorite. I like the Nikon footage a lot. So let's go over here to make sure that it's not clipping. Bring down the highlights. Back over here, let's bring up a little bit of the shadows. So Nikon's definitely a little bit noisier, but I prefer this image over the Sony A7S III. I think it looks better. So we got that. All right. Now we're moving on to the red raw. So with this footage, we're going to go into raw control, right, with the camera control. And I normally when you bring this in, it's just on, I think it's on camera or project. So you're just going to switch it to clip. It's already at 6400. That's what it, so this clip is too, but let's bring it down to 60. Okay, so this is at 6400. And we're not going to use this. I mean, we could if we wanted, but let's go to even a lighter grade. We're going to go to the red IPP2, and I like this one, the my favorite. It's the Film Bias 2 Rec 709. So if you see this, it's noisier, but look at the skin tones. I mean, this is just like night and day between these. So this is why I'm saying that this camera is just phenomenal. It's got such a beautiful look about it. So there's some noise in here, right? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Well, when it gets to my daughter, you notice that there's maybe a little bit of overexposure there. Okay, so now we got darker footage because we started at 1600. So we will drop the same color. Now it looks to be too dark. So we're going to bring this up to 6400 to match the other footage. So as you can see, it's a little bit lighter as the result, but see in that position, as you can see, you kind of have a little bit more wiggle room here. So, and you can even see it in the lamp. Like this lamp is darker here opposed to this one. I think that starting at 1600 and bringing it up, it's noise-wise, we could see some noise here in my daughter's face, but then even if we were at 6400, you could still see noise. It might be a little bit, I think the noise is a little bit tighter. So here's what we've learned here. Obviously, you know, Sony A7S III, Canon R6 II, all these they're not that great. They're okay. Like I said, I like the Nikon the most. It's pretty good. I like the colors. But as when we go over here, we're getting just these rich tones. These are unbelievable, like how good this looks. But from this test, because somebody asked me what's the best ISO settings for the higher when it comes to noise, and I've never done this test. So here's what my conclusion is on this. If you go 6400 ISO on the high, you're going to get tighter noise, right? Tighter noise for sure. If you go to 1600 ISO, right, start it at 1600 and then bring it up to 6400, you're definitely getting more light. And it seems like it's opening up more light to this footage. Now, the noise when I stop the frame, especially when it goes to my daughter here, seems to be a little bit heavier, just a little bit. So I think the trade-off is if you go to 6400, you're going to get tighter noise, but less light. And if you do 1600, bring it up to 6400, you're going to get a little bit more noise. You can also bring this down to 5000 to see if that kind of matches this. See, it seems like it's closer, and the colors look a little bit different. I don't know if that has to do with the TV. Probably the 1600. The noise is yeah, I'm thinking that I probably would go with the 1600. It looks better. So that's what we've learned today, is that when we're going to shoot in R3D or R3D and E, it's probably best to use the 1600 ISO high and then bring it up to 5000 or 6400. You know, even this footage at like 12,800, This is where you could tell like that it 12,800 over here. This is how you know that you're getting more light in with that 1600. So it's very interesting to see this. So yeah, too much noise. I would never use 12,800. Just no. Just stay at 6400, guys. That's the second native ISO. But if you're going to shoot in low light, I'm going to do 1600 ISO in low light and then just bring it up to 6400. I think that's probably the best bet. All right, well, we're done here. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to bring you more content, so make sure to subscribe and like. I'm trying to think of other videos that you guys might like that you have questions about. I did have one question about Sony lenses versus Nikon lenses. Not so much is the autofocus better, because it seems to be about the same, but in photography, is the Nikon Z lenses better than the Sony E-mount lenses? Is it mushier? So that'll be my next video for you guys. And I pretty much already have the results, but I'll save that for you guys later. Okay, thanks for watching.